What's going on, guys? It's Ironcane here, back with a Yajirobe the Breaker Season 3 video. And in today's video, we are going to be doing a tier list of all the super attacks. That way you guys know which super attacks are good, which ones are mid, and which ones are basically meme tier in terms of equipping. So I'm going to be looking over, like in the game, periodically. I'll just look at the super attacks. But let's go ahead and take a look at what we have here. So if you guys don't know, we have a majority of super attacks in the game released so far. Because I believe the only character getting an additional super attack, if we look through the list here, I think the only one getting a super attack. All right. Blurps are going off. I'm live streaming this on twitch.tv/the so that's why you're hearing blurps. So you ever want to see me do these live, make sure to pull up. But yeah, it looks like Vegeta's not getting a new super attack. So the last two characters we're getting this season is Super Saiyan Kid Trunks and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. Vegeta unfortunately isn't getting a new super attack. Trunks is, and Trunks is getting the last super attack this season. So we have a majority of this season, so I figured, you know, it's a good time to make a tier list since we're not really gonna need to update it anytime soon. So let's start with Kamehameha, man. A basic super attack. For this, I feel like any lower than C is a little unfair. Now, I feel like you could either go like low B with this. Like B feels fine. I mean, what's going to determine the placement of this, like, Kamehameha, I feel like is going to be, like, where we place other moves. Like, B might be a little too high, but I'm going to go any higher than B. Now, a lot of Transpheres have Kamehameha as a super attack. It's pretty, I mean, Kamehameha, it's reliable, bro. It does standard damage, it has standard speed, it has standard cost. It's your basic, you know, your basic super attack, right? I think it's fair. I think B is okay for it. But of course, if you want to make the argument that it belongs in C, I wouldn't argue with you. But I think D or A is kind of pushing it, in my opinion. But we'll keep it in B for now. Now, I'm seeing Death Ball here. I've actually been meaning to showcase Death Ball, but since the new Transpheres came out, I never got the opportunity to do so. Honestly, I think at the very least, Death Ball is high A, but I'm very tempted to put it into S. I'm very tempted to put in the S, and I think for now I might put it there. Now, some of you might be scratching your head as to why I'm putting Death Ball into S. I might move it. Maybe S is a little too much. It might be a little too much. But the reason why Death Ball is an S for me is because it instant kills level 1s, auto-evolve raiders. It does very good damage. It's a pretty fast charge up, and like if you land Charming Pose, you can land Death Ball, right? Its damage is really, really good, and it's comparable to that of Super Spirit Bomb. The issue with Super Spirit Bomb is that you need to land Solar Flare to actually land the Super Spirit Bomb. But with Death Ball, you can land something like Shu or Pose, and you can instantly wipe someone like Guldo, the Cybermen, and deal a lot of damage to Auto-Evolve Raiders specifically, but it does a lot of damage in general. Of course, it has cost a lot. It is a charged super, so you're not going to be able to like just toss this bad boy out raw. But I do feel like you could argue the S placement, but that might be a little too, like, I don't know, gracious to Death Ball, because there is stuff like Special Beam Cannon, you know, Instant Kamehameha, so maybe we'll keep this in A. I'll reconsider putting in S later, but I think A is where I'm going to put it for now. Next up, let's do... Let's do Copium Kamehameha. So, Kaioken Kamehameha, it's literally, I don't know what it is with the Kaioken, or not Kaioken, but with the Kamehameha, like, variants. A majority of them are mid. A majority of them are very, very bad, with Kaioken Kamehameha being one of them. It costs the same amount as Kamehameha, but it's slower, and I don't believe it does any additional damage. And if it does, it's minimal. It's just a worse version of Kamehameha. So I don't get it. I don't really understand the point of this super attack. I'm going to ask the chat if it does any additional damage. I don't believe it does, but I just want to make sure. So according to the chat, Kaioken Kamehameha does deal like slightly more damage, like this much. So, I mean, I still feel like D is good. Like, it's worse because of the startup. It's worse because, I don't know. I mean, let's look at it, bro. I feel like I don't have to explain this, right? This just comes out faster. It costs exactly the same, and it's minuscule damage, right? It's just, why would you use this when Super Kamehameha is in the game? You know what? While we're at it, maybe we'll just do Super Kamehameha. So Super Kamehameha, let's see if we can find it here. Although it does take a little bit longer to come out, the damage I do feel is acceptable for, you know, the length of it coming out. And it's only 120. You know what? I can't find it right now, but I did see Motionless. So we can do Motionless. I think it's pretty obvious where Motionless belongs. Now, I've seen less and less people use Motionless, and I think that's only because they got tired of it, just because of how good it is. So Motionless Kamehameha, I think, honestly, what other super attack we got in this season? I think it's probably the best super attack we've got in this season, right? I'm trying to think what else could even be comparable. Yeah, Maiden Blast, like, Pan is good, but Maiden Blast, yeah, I feel like it might be. I mean, maybe you could argue Vanishing Ball. I don't think so, though. I honestly think Motionless might be the best super attack we got this, this season so far. So the reason why this is so good, it costs 100. It costs 100. It doesn't deplete the knockback gauge, meaning that you could potentially land 2 of these within a stun. Comes out very, very fast, right? And because it comes out so fast, you can just throw these out raw, and you might be able to hit one of them just because of how fast they come out. It's a very good super. Going as a Transphere at Super Saiyan 2 is very, very good. And I'm so glad they finally gave Gohan some unique supers, because if we look here, full power energy wave, Masenko, Kamehameha. Full power energy wave, Masenko, Kamehameha. And we look at freaking Gohan Adult, full power energy wave, Masenko, Kamehameha. Masenko, Kamehameha, Super Kamehameha. Full power energy wave, Masenko. It's like, bro, thank God they finally gave Gohan some love and gave him something not only unique, but something good, right? So, I think Motionless belongs in S. Comes out very fast. It's very cost effective. I mean, what else can I say, right? Like, I think it belongs in S. I mean, we could even, if we want to make another tier, we could even put this in Z. I feel like Z is even fair. You know, let's just knock some of these out of the way. Special Beam Cannon. So Special Beam Cannon, I do think is, honestly, I think we got to make a new tier. I think we got to make a new tier for Special Beam. I really do. It's this good. Oops, I'm doing the wrong one. I really do think Special Beam deserves like its own like tier because of how stupid it is. Like, think the damage that you're getting from a Super Spirit Bomb just about. Think this level of damage, but like in the fraction of the second of that super and less cost. Look how fast this super comes out. Why? Why? It makes no... Bro, this move is notoriously known for taking like 6 episodes to charge up in the anime. But for some reason, you sneeze and it comes out and then like 2 health bars are gone. It's insane. Bro, if you are using an auto-evolve Raider and you see Special Beam, you know you instantly roll your eyes and you're like, oh god. Oh god, bro. Dude, this super attack with freaking Gohan's passive with the souls? It's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. This super, I think if they're gonna make it deal so much damage, they need to make it not come out as fast. They need to make it not come out as fast. The issue with the super is that its cost, although it's kind of high, it comes out lightning speed and it deals insane amount of damage and it's like so spammable. It's so spammable, bro. So I think it belongs in its own tier. We're gonna call it Z. Loki, we could just call it Special Beam Cannon tier. Like, I don't know why this move is this good, bro. It should not be that good. Like, especially when they nerfed, I saw it in here, Super Electric Strike. Super Electric Strike, honestly, I guess it's a bit, yeah, it's better than Kaioken. So Super Electric Strike, if you guys have been playing since Season 1 and even Season 2, you know that 17 was one of the best Transpheres in the game because of how good Super Electric Strike originally was. Now, it actually wasn't intended to be that good. Apparently, Super Electric Strike was actually dealing double damage because of, I don't know, like how big the attack was or something. Like it was getting hit from the front and the back. Pause. Like that's how it worked apparently. But the reason why this was so good is because it came out so fast. The length and the width of the super attack was insane. It's very cost effective at 100. It was very, very good, but unfortunately they nerfed it to hell and the damage is very bad. And there's just way better super attacks out there. Now, if you want to be kind, like very kind, you could throw this at the bottom of C, but I think it definitely deserves its placement in D. It's unfortunate, man. I really enjoy Android 17. He's one of my favorite characters in Dragon Ball, but he's fallen off a cliff. A cliff. His super attack is terrible. His Ki Blaster terrible. You're not using him. Volley is bad. Side Bridge is bad. You're not using him, bro. It's really sad what happened to 17, but maybe eventually they'll release MVP 17 from TOP and then, you know, he'll receive some love. All right, let's do Dual Destructo Disc. Honestly, I think I'm gonna make a tier just for Dual Destructo Disc. I think I am. I'm gonna call it. Oh no, Dual Destructo Disc. I'm sorry. I was thinking Destructo Disc Barrage. We'll still keep a tier for Chain Destructo Discs. But Dual Destructo Disc, this used to be one of the better super attacks in the game. It dealt really good damage, but they really nerfed the tracking on it. If you use this at close range, it's not hitting, dude. I think C, you could argue low B, maybe, but I think C is fair. But let's go ahead and pull it up and see like the stats and stuff on it. So, where is it? It's 18's move. So, Dual Destructo Disc was one of the better super attacks in the game very early on. It had a pretty long startup, but the damage was decent. So that's why, you know, it was kind of balanced, but they felt the need to nerf this instead of Special Beam and Super Electric Strike. I don't know why. They nerfed this super attack immediately in Season 1, but for some reason, Special Beam is still running rampant. Volley ran rampant for like a season and a half. But Dual Destructo Disc apparently was a big no-no for the Breakers team. I don't know why. The super attack used to be pretty good, but in terms of cost, it's decent at 100. Its startup is very long. Its damage is okay, but its hit detection is not good these days, man. It's just not good. It's not what you want to see. So I feel like C is fair, and if you were going to be very kind to it, you could put like low B, like probably at the end of B, but I think C is fine. Let's do one of the earliest melee supers, Kaioken Assault. Let me look at it first. The melee supers are going to be kind of interesting just because I do feel like melee supers have the value of holding the Raider in place, and I feel like that will forever be important. But you know, as they've released new melee supers, you've seen it. Like Burning Slash has really good tracking. Justice Rush has really good tracking. But the earlier supers do not. Like Wolfang Fist, the tracking isn't that great. The speed of it is not that great. And same thing with Kaioken Assault. So I feel like for this super, although the cost is not, you know, the worst by any stretch of the imagination, the damage is respectable. It's just, you know, it's difficult to land melee supers. They're a risk. Like, melee supers really aren't in the greatest spot right now. I think in the past, I don't think Raiders could break strike out of melee supers. Maybe I'm like crazy about that, but if you time the melee supers right, you could like get one right after another. But I feel like Kaioken Assault, I think D is too harsh. I'm gonna put it in C. I think C is fair. I think C is fine. Let's do Father-Son Kamehameha. I know we just did Super Saiyan 2, go on. Unfortunately, as iconic as this super attack is, I do think it's mid. The damage really isn't that impressive, sadly. And it's kind of just like one of those Kamehameha variants that just is not that great. Like half of the super attack is spent like flexing with like Goku in the back, and the damage isn't really that crazy. So I feel like for this super attack, I mean, I might relate to the chat for this. I feel like it's definitely not better than Kame. I feel like maybe C. C for it. Is it better than Duel? I don't know. I'm gonna put in C for now. We could like adjust where its placement is, but like I think I'm gonna put in C for now. Oh, I see Hell Flash. Hell Flash. I think that's an easy D for me, bro. That's an easy D for me, 100%. You know what? I think it's actually worse than these two. So the reason why Hell Flash is so poopy. This super attack looked really, really interesting on paper because it was one of the first AoE super attacks that we've ever gotten in the game. The unfortunate thing is that the AoE sucks. It sucks hot wee wee on a summer day, bro. It's terrible. It's not good. The startup is insanely long. The cost is not good. It's basically a glorified Kamehameha with extra perks, and those extra perks are not really worth your while. So for that reason in particular, I think it easily belongs in D. The most usage you're gonna get out of Hell Flash is when you're a level 4 and you can play Keep Away with the Raider, like shooting down with it. But why in the world would you be a level 4 Android 16 when you could literally be like Piccolo, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, or literally anybody else in the game besides Android 16? His Ki Blast are okay, like the I-beams, but like there's so much better supers out there. Ooh, let's do a favorite of mine, dude. Tri-Beam, I think I'm gonna put in A. Tri-Beam is really solid, man. I feel like a lot of people slept on Tien with Tri-Beam, and just Tien as a Transphere overall. Tri-Beam comes out ridiculously fast. It deals respectable damage, and the cost is not too bad as well. It's only 100. So I feel like it's an easy A for me personally. And this is one of those supers that you could kind of just toss out raw, and it might hit. It might hit just because of the speed on it. I feel like Tri-Beam is an easy A for me. I feel like, do I want to put it above Death Ball? I mean, if you land Death Ball, there's a lot of value there, but you can land a lot of Tri-Beams. I don't know. You could argue which one is better here. If you said Tri-Beam, I wouldn't like be too upset with you, but if you argued Death Ball, I could see it. I'm going to keep these two like here. We can readjust this later. Let's do Burning Attack. Burning Attack. What do I want to put Burning Attack? I feel like B. I feel like B, but let me look at it first. Chat's saying D. Chat is saying D. I feel like people like the super attack. I never really used it that much. I'll be honest with you guys. I've never really used Burning Attack all that much. Slayer Gods, thank you for subbing to the YouTube. I'm seeing chat say D. I'm seeing somebody say B. I don't really use it that much, man. I mean, it's basically like a Masenko. Instead of a little AoE at the end, kinda. Has the same splash damage as Big Bang. But it doesn't come out as fast. I think I'm gonna compromise. Chat saying D, someone saying B, high B. I think I'm gonna throw it in C. Unfortunately, guys, I don't really have that much experience with the super attack. I don't really see anybody use it, which doesn't mean that it's bad or good. I just feel like it's okay. It's okay. So I think I'm gonna compromise and throw it into C. I think it's probably better than all of these, personally. I think C is fair. I don't think it belongs in D. It's not that bad. You could argue B. We might move it in B later. But I think C is fair for now. We'll do C. Alright, let's do Justice Rush, dude. Justice Rush, I think is B for me, personally. I think B is, like, good for Justice Rush. Justice Rush, I think, besides Burning Slash, I think it might be the best melee super in the game. It comes out pretty fast. It holds the Raider in place for a long time, dude. A long-ass freaking time. I really like this super attack, and I've liked it for a long time. They did technically nerf it. What they did was decrease the damage slightly, but they gave it more speed, which I think is a huge W. So honestly, I think it's a buff. I'm seeing some people in the chat say A. I feel like A might be a little crazy. I think A might be a little wild. I don't know. If it... I mean, is it better than Kamehameha? It's better than Kamehameha. Yeah, no, it's better than Kamehameha. Is it A? I mean, if it's A, it's low A. I don't know. Let me think. Chat is really arguing for A, for Justice Rush, and I think it's fair. Like, if you're able to, like, chain Justice Rush, you're in for a bad time. Like, your CC break is down, your knockback is down. Like, this move is pretty deadly, man. I don't know, I feel like A feels too high for me, dude. I'm gonna keep it high B. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable putting in... Nah, A feels weird, dude. A feels weird. I'm gonna keep it in high B. But let's, while we're here, let's knock out Justice Combination. I'm gonna throw that in C. I'm going to put it above Kaioken Assault because I do think it's better than Kaioken Assault. Now, when I originally saw Justice combination, I was very impressed with Justice combination because of how long it holds the Raider in place. But the issue with Justice combination is the startup. The startup is really bad, man. It's really bad as far as melee supers go, and the damage is okay at best. And the speed of it is not good, dude. I do not like the speed of it. If you land a stun and you're kind of far away from the Raider, you're not landing this. You're not landing this, bro. Like, I feel like Justice Rush, it's faster. The damage is a little lacking. It holds the Raider in place just as long, if not longer. And this one, the startup is so long. The speed of it, it's slower. I feel like I don't feel like it deserves any higher than C personally. Like, I don't think it's any higher than, I don't know. Like, you could maybe argue like low B, but if you're gonna put Justice Combination in B, then Justice Rush is A, 100%. But the reason why I'm being a little more hard on melee supers is because they're difficult to land. They typically all require stuns to land, and they require help to land. Like, the Raider has to be like, I don't know, getting caught in a melee combo. They'll need to be stunned, or they'll need to be distracted, heavily distracted, right? You're not landing melee supers raw, like, typically. It's very difficult to do. That's why I'm being a little hard on them. But they are very, very valuable. I don't know. We could revisit, but maybe we'll just do the melee supers while... Let's just get all the melee supers here out of the way. Rebellion Spear, honestly, I think Rebellion Spear is S. I think Rebellion Spear is an easy S. The reason why I say Rebellion Spear is an easy S is because of what it's doing. It's an instant, like, melee hit. Now, although it doesn't have the value of holding the Raider in place, it's an instant hit. It deals very solid damage. Very solid damage. Instantly drops the Dragon Balls. Has insane range and tracking. You can use this to escape, dude. You could, bro, if you use landing delay nullification and pop Rebellion Spear, it'll be just as good as like a Kaioken Rush. I think, bro, I'm seeing some people in the chat argue Z. I think that's totally fair. I'm gonna keep it in S for now. But I think any lower than S is insane. Like, Rebellion Spear definitely deserves an S at the minimum. But you could argue a low Z. But I think S is fair. All right, so let's do Burning Slash. Burning Slash, see, the reason why I want to put Burning Slash in A is because of the damage. Now, I do understand that Burning Slash is not holding the Raider in place. It's probably one of the fastest melee supers in the game, but the damage is incredible. The damage is really incredible on this move. So the fact that you have a high damage super attack, respectable cost, holds the Raider in place, like, I feel like it's an easy A. I feel like it's easy A. Y'all saying Z for Burning Slash? I don't know. I feel like that's a little wild. Even S is kind of wild. I feel like S is, alright, A is fine. Is it better than Tri-Beam? If it lands, it's better than Tri-Beam. But are you landing this consistently as Tri-Beam? I don't think you are. I think you could make the argument that Burning Slash is better than Tri-Beam. But for me, in terms of like consistency I think is very important. I think Tri-Beam wins here. Alright, let's do Full Power Energy Wave, the most basic bitch super attack in the game. Honestly, if we're gonna put Kamehameha in B, I feel like we gotta put this in B. Although I hate this super attack, the reason why I hate it is not necessarily because... Oh, was I not on the screen? I apologize. I put Full Power Energy Wave in B. It's actually, although it's like very lame, it is a decent super attack. All jokes aside, it has a very quick startup. It deals standard damage. The cost is not that bad. It's mid. It's mid, right? It's not doing anything crazy, but it's an okay super attack. It's really just okay. It's not terrible. There's worse super attacks in the game, guys. There really is. Although I don't like people having this because it's very boring, it works, right? It serves its purpose. It does what it needs to do, right? Do I even gotta say it, bro? Do I even gotta say it? We're just gonna put charge in here, dude. We're just gonna put charge in here. So the reason why charge is so memey and bad is because the damage is god-awful. It's god-awful. I've memed on the super attack for like months now. The tracking is kind of whatever, but like even if you land both of these, it's like half a bar, I think. It's like half a bar. The only thing I guess going for it is the cost being so low, but I hate the super attack, bro. I think it's the worst. I think it's the worst super melee super in the game, 100%. The damage is godly. Chat saying Z, they're memeing, bro. Yeah, charge, I don't think I really need to explain why charge belongs in its own tier, right, of being garbage. Like, it's not good, dude. It's not good. All right, let's do Double Buster, bro. Double Buster is very solid. Honestly, I think at the bare minimum, you got to put Double Buster in B. I feel like you could put it in A. I feel like you could put it in A, dude. Double Buster, although the damage is lacking, I think that's the only thing that's lacking about it. Like, genuinely. I think it's an 80 costing super attack, and if you miss it, you won't. You know what I mean? The beauty of the super attack is if you use it, you can hit the super attack button again and change direction and actually land it. And the damage is okay. It's really decent. It's very decent. The tracking is good. The damage is fine. The cost is amazing at 80. I think like if you're using this as a level 4 super, maybe it's not the greatest. But I do think at level 1, this is a really good super, especially on auto evolve raiders. It's very good, dude. It's very good. It's auto? Chat's saying it's auto. You don't need to hit the super attack button again? Really? I always hit it twice. Interesting. Okay, I didn't realize it was auto. I mean, that's cool. I believe you have to hit the button, but if you don't, you don't. But regardless, it's very good. Regardless, it's very good. So I think it definitely belongs its spot in A. We got a lot of supers to go through. Dodon Ray. I'll be honest with you boys. I have never really used Dodon Ray that much. Let's take a look at it before I actually place it. I unfortunately don't have that much experience with this super attack. I never really used it all that much myself. I mean, looking at it as a very quick startup, I think the issue is that it has no tracking, but it actually looks pretty solid. I think it looks pretty solid. It looks like it has decent range. The cost is not that bad. Chat saying it's similar to a Kamehameha. It's a slower Kamehameha. C. The range might be bad too. Yeah, I was thinking of B, but I don't really have too much say in it. Yeah, I think C is fair. Where is it? Dodon Ray? I'll put that in C. Is it better than Father Son? Probably not. Yeah, it's probably over here. All right, let's do Vanishing Ball, bro. Vanishing Ball, honestly, I think it's A. Better than Double Buster. Yeah, I think it's A. I think Vanishing Ball is an easy A for me. Some chat is saying S and Z. What? Maybe S, but Z is a little pushing it to be, in my opinion. So the beauty of Vanishing Ball is that it's an insane, like fast super attack. It's an instant charge super, and I've been able to land 2 of these when a raider has been caught in a melee combo. I think the only thing holding the super back is its damage. Its damage is okay. It depletes the knockback gauge on hit. Its cost is pretty respectable. But in terms of its placement, chat is saying Z? I think Z is criminal, bro. It's not special beam cannon good, guys. Like, S I feel like is a little crazy, in my opinion. And it's better than Burning Slash. It's better than Tri-Beam. Is it better than Death Ball? See, if you land Death Ball, that's a lot of damage. But you can land 2, even if you landed 2 Vanishing Balls, that would not equate to the damage of 1 Death Ball, I believe. So I'm happy with this for now, but we could change this later. I'm gonna see what the chat is saying. All right, I was a little indecisive about this super. I did a poll, and chat voted to put it in S. I guess we'll put it in S. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like, I mean, you can make the argument for a high A, low S. We'll put it in low S. I'm not gonna sit here and lose sleep over it. Let's do Riot Javelin. Riot Javelin's B, bro. Or is it C? Might be C, like high C though. Maybe even low C. But let's look at it. It's a shame, dude, because this is the super attack where Bardock yells everything. But unfortunately, it's kind of fashion over function, bro. Like, the super attack has a decent, like, AoE, but it has a really long startup, and the damage is not that good. Yeah, poor man's Big Bang. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. I feel like C is fair. Now, you could argue like, the placement here. I'm just going to put it, like, yeah, I'll put it above Burning Attack. Why not? I'll put it in there for now. All right, let's do Symphonic Destruction. Symphonic Destruction? I feel like it's A for me. Low A though. Low A though. I really like Symphonic Destruction. To me, the purpose that Symphonic Destruction serves is what Volley served in the past. Not damage, but the fact that it holds the Raider in place and keeps them stunned for so long. I think it belongs in A, because it's a melee super without the difficulty that melee supers carry of actually like coming in contact with the Raider. If you like go in the perfect distance of the Raider, you can avoid their break strike. You can actually avoid the Raider's break strike if you use this just far away enough. So they can use their break strike and then get caught in the super again because it lasts so long. It's relatively cost effective. The only thing that's kind of sucky is that like Whis kind of like goes a little bit if you miss it, which is a little like not the greatest. But I think it's an easy A for me personally. I think easy A. Innocence Cannon. Innocence Cannon, honestly, I feel like I almost feel like putting in S. Honestly. I feel like it's, I don't know. I'm gonna see what the chat is saying. C? D? Throw that shit in the trash? What? Maiden Blast? Oh, wait, am I looking at the wrong super? Oh, Innocence Cannon. Bro, I thought I was looking at fucking, Maiden Blast. That's my bad. I had a brain fart. This is Boo Super. I was thinking Maiden Blast. My bad. Yeah, no, Innocence Cannon is D, bro. Or, like, low C. Is it this bad? Let me look at it. Isn't it like an 80 costing super? My fault. My bad, bro. Don't pull out the 9, Chad. Don't pull out the 9, bro. My fault. Yeah, it's an 80 costing super. I mean, it's not great, bro. The startup is not that great. It's charged here. Yeah, I guess it's D, dude. It's D. If you want to argue low C, fine, but like I feel comfortable putting it in D. I'll put it above Hell Flash. Speaking of Flash, let's do Final Flash. I think Final Flash is B, right? I think B is fair. Probably above Kamehameha, right? I think. Let's take a look. It's basically a faster version of Kamehameha. I don't know if it deals more damage though. B or low A. Final Flash. I think that like this super attack, respectable cost, respectable damage, pretty good like speed. I feel like you could make the argument for A, but I feel like B is fair. I'll put above Justice Rush. High B, I think, is fine. Is it better than Double Buster? Nah, it's not. All right. Milky Cannon. Milky Cannon to C, dude. Milky Cannon is C, in my opinion. It's disappointing, but it's C. It's disappointing, but it's C. Well, let's take a look at it. Chat is saying D. Bro, Ginyu is such a flop, man. As a Transphere, I was really hoping that this was going to be like Big Bang. It's not, bro. Bro, I don't know what it is, but in the preview, that AoE looks like a galaxy, bro. It looks like a whole universe. But I feel like it is a poor man's Big Bang. It's not bad. The cost is okay. We've seen slower supers. But I think D might be a little too harsh. I think C is fine. Like mid C, low C is fine. All right. Depth Slicer. Depth Slicer. I feel like B is fair. But like low B. It's either high C or low B. I'm gonna do high C. High C just because it's a good hit confirm. I mean, it has an okay startup. It's a good hit confirm. It deals damage. It's I. It's mid. It's I. I think B might be a little too generous for a Depth Slicer, but it's solid. High C I think is fair. Low B, far as I would go personally. I think high C is fair. All right. This is what I want to do before. Maiden Blast. Maiden Blast, I almost feel like putting it in S, bro. I feel like putting it in S, honestly. This might be crazy. I don't know if you guys think like I'm wild for this, but the reason why I put it in S is because it's basically Big Bang. It's basically Big Bang, and Big Bang is like almost Z tier. Almost Z tier. You can put it like low Z, but it's slightly worse than Big Bang. The startup, I think, is a little bit slower. But what's cool about this super that it has the added property of knocking the Raider back while you use it in close range. Now, and pretty much 99 of the situations that you would want to use that, it's bad. The only situation that it is good and worth doing is when the Raider is destroying the super time machine, and if they're level 4, or if they're like level 3 and 2 and you're like a level 1 or a level 2 and you're not the same level as the Raider. So instead of going for like a melee attack and getting knocked back to Timbuktu, you could use Maiden Blast and then knock them off of the super time machine using Maiden Blast. Not bad. The fact that it has that little extra perk is pretty cool. And for it being basically Big Bang, very solid. I think, some of you might think S is a little crazy. I think high A at the minimum. But let's move on. Super Spirit Bomb. Super Spirit Bomb. It's tough, dude. It's tough. Because it's one of the hardest super attacks to land in the game. But when you land it, bro. You really land it, man. Like, it deals 2 whole bars to a standard Raider, which is insane. Insane, bro. Unprecedented. We have not seen a single super attack in the game deal nearly the amount of damage that this super can deal. If you wanted to put this in Z, I get it. I do get it. But it's a gamble. And if you miss it, you basically wasted your Dragon Change. You basically wasted your entire Dragon Change. So for that, it's a huge gamble. It's a huge risk. The cost is insane. Chat saying it instant kill Guldo. That is true, but Death Ball can do that with less of a risk for an easier stun to land. But I feel like the fact that it deals really good damage for all Raiders, not just Auto Evolve, I think it definitely deserves at least low S. At least low S. If you want to argue better than Maiden Blast and Vanishing Ball, by all means. I just feel like for consistency's sake, I do value these super attacks more. You need a lot, like this super is skill-based, man. It's super skill-based. Knowing when to throw it during area destruction, landing, solar flare to get this, throwing it raw and landing it is insane. So huge props to people that can do that. I feel like it deserves S for the potential, but for the difficulty, I feel like low S. You could argue maybe, Z, but A might be a little crazy for that. All right, let's do Majin Kamehameha. honestly, I feel like we could just throw this in between these two. It's no different than your standard Kamehameha. It's just pink, bro. It's just a pink Pride Kamehameha, in my opinion. It's not really doing anything crazy. I do think it's standard. I think it got a little more hate than it deserved, personally. Obviously, it's not as good as Vanishing Ball, but it's decent. It's okay. I don't think I really got to talk about it that much. It basically deals the same amount of damage and same amount of speed as Kamehameha. So, if you want to throw us above, by all means. If you like pink, if you like blue better, you know, whatever, right? Evil Explosion. Evil Explosion, I think, is really, really slept on in this game. It's one of the first super attacks that we have ever gotten. Evil Explosion basically comes out instant, and I like it as my level 1. It is my favorite level 1 super in the game because it is cost effective, comes out really fast, and it is insane against these auto-evolved raiders like Guldo, the Cybermen, and it's even good for like the standard raiders at level 1 because it's a nice quick super attack you use and you get out of dodge. Where like these other super attacks, if you land it or if you miss it, you know, if you get caught by a Ki Blast or two, you can lose your change and then be done for. The fact that it's 80 is pretty nice. You know, it's dealing a little less damage, but I think for the speed, the cost effectiveness, I feel like it deserves A in my opinion. I really like Evil Explosion. I really like it. I feel like it's really, really slept on. I'll probably put in low A. Low A for sure. All right, Masenko. I've never been a big fan of Masenko. I feel like Masenko is kind of in the same category as, where is it, Burning Attack, personally. It's basically Burning Attack, but without the AoE, right? I think it's probably right along Burning Attack. I'm gonna see what the chat is saying, mid. Yeah, I think Masenko is pretty mid. That's why I'm so tired of them giving it to Gohan. It's whatever, bro. It's kind of whatever. I think it's basically Burning Attack as a beam, in my opinion. All right, so let's Rocket Punch. Let's take a look at Rocket Punch. You know, Rocket Punch. It's funny. It's a cute little super. It actually does have an AoE. It has virtually no tracking at all, to my knowledge. It's better than Hell Flash. It's better than Hell Flash. I guess that's all it has going for it. So I think in terms of Rocket Punch, where the hell is it? I lost it. Where the hell is it, dude? Rocket Punch, Rocket Punch, Rocket Punch. Here it is. I think it's, you could say low B at the most. If you want to be very generous. I think C is fair though. I'll put it in with, you know, in between these guys. Again, guys, I'm not being super anal about like the order of these. Like, if you guys want to like discuss the order amongst yourselves, by all means, but you know, like it belongs in like in this area. Where do you want to put it, above or below? I do Destructo Disc. I'm gonna put that above these. I feel like, I don't know. It's in here. I don't know. I don't want to get too Perfect Kamehameha. I'm seeing. So Perfect Kamehameha. It has an okay startup. It's an okay startup. The damage is respectable. I feel like it's slightly better than Super Kamehameha, in my opinion. I might be wild for saying that. I think it's okay. I mean, it's going to require a melee combo to be landed in front of you, or a stun to be landed in front of you. I feel like B is fair. I'm going to put it above these other Kamehamehas. Alright. Let's take a look. Wolfang Fist. Wolfang Fist. I feel like highest is low B. I feel like it's C, man. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at it. It's a shame because this is like one of the most iconic moves in Dragon Ball. I mean, it's beyond just most iconic move. Chat's saying D. That's wild. It holds the Raider in place for a decent amount of time. Bro, this is so satisfying to land. It's a really, like, sexy looking super attack, but unfortunately, I think the tracking and the speed of it is just not it. It's one of the oldest melee supers in the game. The old melee supers, the tracking is not the greatest. The speed is not the greatest. The damage is respectable, but that's pretty much it. I feel like C is fine. Hellzone Grenade. Hellzone Grenade. I feel like that's an easy C. Hellzone Grenade is easy C. Yeah, probably around here. Hellzone Grenade. What's disappointing about it is for some reason, Piccolo throws all of these little balls around the Raider. They do nothing. They serve zero purpose. They do nothing, bro. All they're doing is taking a piece of that oxygen layer and just sitting there, dude. I have gotten this off in a cave. The Raider was in a cave and it missed. How? How does this super attack, which literally surrounds the Raider, miss in a cave? It makes zero sense. The only thing that like this super attack is going for is the damage is okay. This is the only thing that it has going for it. But other, like in every other like, you know, thing to discuss about the super, it's mid. It's just the damage is like not the worst. All right, here I see Daddy Big Bang Attack. Big Bang Attack is an easy S for me. Easy S. Honestly, you could argue Z. You know what? I'm putting it in Z. I don't care. You could say, you know, high S. Maybe Z is a little too good. I think Big Bang deserves Z personally. It is that good. It is one of the fastest super attacks in the game. It has great AoE. I think it's really solid. You could toss these raw. You could toss these within a fight. You could toss these from above the STM and land them. If you're a good sniper, you can land these, bro. Big Bang Attack is like that move, dude. Big Bang Attack is very, very good. I think that's an easy S. And I think for me personally, with my experience with it, I think it's Z. Yeah, so we're gonna keep that. We're gonna keep that in Z. I do think Special Beam is above just because of the damage, though. Personally. All right, Spear of Destruction. It's a freaking shame, bro. Honestly, you could toss this bad boy in D if you really want. I'm gonna toss it in D. I don't know why, bro. They cooked my boy Beerus, dude. They cooked my boy Beerus. This is one of the worst charging super attacks in the game, bro. God of Destruction Beerus has one of the worst charged supers in the game. Let that sink in, bro. Let that sink in. Like, if you land a stun, this super takes so long to charge, there's not enough time to land it. And then when you do, it's mid damage. So who cares, bro? It's sickening. Literally full power energy wave is better on Beerus than this move. It's so sad, bro. It's so sad. I don't know why they cucked my boy Beerus like that. All right, so Volley. I mean, bro, old Volley would have been up here. Honestly, old Volley would have been up here. Like Zeno God tier. But Volley these days, bro. Volley these days is easy D. Yeah, I think it's probably one of the worst super attacks in the game. It's honestly a meme if you use it. It's like dead ass a meme. So full power energy blast Volley with the gauge virtually does nothing. The damage is like terrible. Like I could sneeze on the Raider and it deals more damage. It's really bad. It's like a fart would deal more damage. It's like, what can I say? You guys know this move. It's not good anymore. It needed the nerf. Did it need to nerf it that much? I don't know, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is, right? Side bridge. Easy D. Easy D, dude. I don't know if you guys saw in one of my videos recently, somebody was actually using side bridge. It's a joke. Side bridge is it's a shitty key blast, and it's a shitty super attack, even shittier. I don't think I gotta explain why this is bad. It has a long startup, deals 0 damage, and it like never lands. Garbage super attack. Honestly, you could throw this at E if you want to make it. You could make it its own tier list, or own like tier. It's that bad. But for my laziness, I'm gonna throw it in D. Light Grenade. Originally, I thought Light Grenade was pretty freaking mid, man. It's not the greatest, but I do think it deserves low B. I think what saves Light Grenade, honestly, it has a very big AoE. A very big AoE. It is missed, but because it was like close to the Raider, the AoE is actually landed because of it. The spear, the actual grenade itself, is very big, and I think that does help it out. But it's a worse Big Bang Grenade, it's a worse Maiden Blast, right? It's okay. It's solid. I think B is fair. You could argue A, but I think low A. Low A. You could put it in front of these if you want, but I'm gonna keep it over here for now. Chain Destructor this bro. Yeah, okay, so we're making it our own tier for this one, bro. We're making Chain Destructor this barrage its own tier. It's that bad. Let's make this like gray or something. Damn it, I'm doing the wrong one again. Let's make this black. Chain Destructo mid barrage. There we go, dude. There it is. You can't even read it. All right, let me not make it black then. I'll make it like purple or something. This move is an insult. This move is actually an insult. So if you guys have never used this super attack or have never purchased it or never pulled it, it's one of the longest super attacks in the game. It has a very long startup. Its cost is 150 for who fucking knows? Who knows? And if you land all 5 of these discs, guess how much damage it does? Guess. I'll let you comment. Guess. If you set a full bar wrong, if you set 3/4 of a bar wrong, if you set half a bar wrong, it does 1/4. 1/4 of a bar for landing all 5. All 5 discs. Do you know how hard it is to land all 5 discs? Incredibly hard. Incredibly hard. Pause. It's disgusting. Disgusting super attack. I don't have to explain myself. Disgusting. Disgusting super attack. While we're at it, let's do Destructo Disc. Destructo Disc, I think it's D personally. I think high D, but D. I don't like Destructo Disc. It's basically Death Slicer, but bad, in my opinion. I don't know. C? You guys are saying C? I don't know, man. Maybe we'll throw Destructo Disc. I mean, low cost, relatively fast startup. Damage is very bad. All right, maybe it's not as bad as these guys. Well, low D. Low D is fine. Crazy Finger Shot. Crazy Finger Shot, I think, is also C. It's not as bad as Volley, in my opinion. The damage is better, but it's not that much better. I think it's easy C. It's like better than Emperor's Death Beam, but not by much, bro. Not by much, unfortunately. You guys are saying B and A? For Crazy Finger Shot? Hold on, I gotta talk to the chat. Chat is being very kind to this super attack, and I'm very surprised. They must have really liked my showcase. All right, I'll give it low B, bro. I'll give it low B. I mean, the thing is, you can land all the blasts if you do get a stun off, like Charming Pose. You can, and I think it does like 3/4 of a bar. It's not bad. It's mid. It's definitely mid. It's definitely mid. Emperor's Death Meme, honestly, it could be in its own tier. I'm gonna give it its own tier. It's that bad. Yeah, it's that bad, bro. It's that bad. Oops, I keep changing the color to the wrong one. I'm gonna call it Emperor. How do you spell Emperor? Wait, it's right there. EMPERMEPPEROR. I spelled it right. I spelled it right, dude. I spelled it right. Emperor's Cuck Beam. So that's what it does. It cucks you. There it is, bro. So this super attack is also an insult. It's also an insult. If you land all of these, I think it does like half a bar. And it's very difficult to land all of these. The startup is long. The damage is bad. The cost is... It should be 80 for how bad it is. It should be... Bro, this should be 50 for how bad it is. It's insane because this is one of the strongest super attacks in Xenoverse. But in Breakers, it's dog shit. It's actually insane. I think it's... I mean, D, obviously, but I put in its own meme tier just because of how bad it is. Prelude to Destruction is basically like a better Dodon Ray. What do we have Dodon Ray? C? I feel like low B for Prelude to Destruction. It's a Finger Beam. It's a Finger Beam that comes out pretty fast. The damage is I. The damage is I. Comes out pretty fast. Has decent range. The cost isn't that bad. I think low B. I think low B, personally. I'm not seeing chat say anything else, so I think low B is fair. Gallic Gun. I feel like Gallic Gun belongs in B. Probably low B, though. Probably low B. Above Finger Shot. And probably above Prelude as well. Yeah, low B. John, thank you for the follow. Where are we at? Where's Vegeta? So Gallic Gun, you know, it's very basic just because there's Vegeta gloves, so it's not the most interesting super, but it's pretty fast, deals okay damage. You know, respectable. B is fair. B is fair. All right. Spirit Bomb. Spirit Bomb, I think I want to give A, honestly. I think A is fair. This has been, I feel like people just don't use it because it's old, but I think Spirit Bomb is very good. I don't know why more people don't use it. S. Really? Chat's saying S. Interesting. I mean, I could put it high A. I think S is a little crazy, but the reason why I like this super is that it's very fast. I mean, before Vanishing Ball, it was the fastest charge super. Yo, thank you for the follow, bro. You know what? I guess if we're gonna put Vanishing Ball in S, where do we put Vanishing Ball? We put Vanishing Ball in S. Yeah, you know, we'll put it in S. It holds the Raider in place for a pretty long time, funnily enough. And it's a very quick charging super. Honestly, yeah, if we're gonna put Vanishing Ball in us, that's fair. Warp Kamehameha, we give this its own tier, but I'm just gonna put it in D because I'm lazy. So the reason why Warp Kamehameha is garbage is because the damage is terrible. The damage is actually terrible. And it never hits. It never hits. The cost is whatever. I don't know why it's in the game, and I don't know why it's as bad as it is. I don't even feel like talking about it. Terrible tracking, terrible damage. What else is there to say? Garbage. Garbage super. All right, last up we have Super Kamehameha. Yeah, I think here. I think it's, I'm gonna put Perfect. The reason why I'm putting Perfect above Super is because Perfect deals more damage, and I think it's a little bit faster. A little bit faster. Let's take a look, though. This is Super. Yeah, Super is pretty long, man. Yeah, Perfect is faster. Perfect is faster. Unless I'm crazy. I mean, we could time it, but Super is longer. It deals aight damage. Better than Perfect? I personally disagree. I personally disagree. I mean, I guess it's more cost effective. I don't know. I feel like it's about the same speed, but better damage. You could argue, you could do this if you like, but I think they're interchangeable personally. Looking at this, Special Beam in Z, Big Bang in Z, Motionless in S. You could put this in Z if you want. I'm gonna keep it in high S though. Rebellion Spear, happy with that, happy with that. Death Ball, yeah, Death Ball is pretty good. Burning Slash, good. Double Buster, good. Evil Explosion. Final Flash, I feel like I might be a little too harsh with Final Flash. Final Flash could be low A. It could be. It could be low A. I'm gonna keep it there for now. You could argue low A. If you argue that, I don't blame you. Justice Rush, I get the argument for A, but I do feel like screw it. Screw it. I'm doing it. I'm putting him in low A. We'll put him in low A. We'll make the Justice Rush gang happy. Happy with this. And yeah, no, I'm happy with this. I think this is a good solid tier list. Let me know what you guys think of the tier list overall. What you think is the best super attack in the game right now. I'm pretty happy with everything. I'm pretty content with this. You could argue the order of certain things, maybe like move one tier up, one tier down, some super attacks, but I'm pretty content with this. But yeah, boys, thank you for watching. Comment down below what you think of my tier list. If you want to make your own tier list, I'll try to include the link so you guys can do that, so we can compare and contrast. Like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe to the Ironcane for more tier lists like these. Showcases, updates, leaks, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care, stay safe, have fun. Peace out.